Nibble on the edges of something new. Kindle and kindle a spark in the dark. We're a groove, a move, a move, a move, a move. A blues a remark. She wore a jacket stitched with stars. We chased the night through neon bars. She said, "You're trouble." I said, "Just a little." She stole my fries and skipped the middle. The bassline's pumping through my veins, shimmering Sims electric chains. Scribble my heart with a doodle of you. Nibble on the edges of something new. Kindle and kindle a spark in the dark. We're a groove, a move, a move, a move, a move. A blues a remark. Woo! Yeah, yeah. Yeah. We ride the beat like a cosmic glide. Yeah. Got this in no vibe. Yeah. We never hide, chills crab in the corner, spinning tails wide. Every pulse of the bass. Yeah. It's our guide. Yeah. Yeah. Quirks collide, sparks ignite, colors dance in the neon night. My tribe is the vibe. You can't deny. With a spark to light. The reason why. When the world gets heavy, we just fly. My tribe is the vibe. The endless high. Drums hit sharp like a heart attack. Made shimmer bright, never looking back. We've got the groove, yeah, we're on track. Our tribe's the vibe, it's a full-on knack. It's a whisper in the beat, the laugh in the flow. It's the way we keep it weird, let the rhythm show. They try to box us in, but we overflow. With a vibe, with a glow, let the Zano vibe grow. My tribe is the vibe. Oh, oh, my tribe is the vibe. You can't deny. With a spark, the light, the reason why. When the world gets heavy, we just fly. My tribe is the vibe. The endless high. Woo!
All right, guys, welcome in. Welcome in. So let me get over here, figure out what I'm doing. All right. So I don't have many people looking for interest yet. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you the engagement. Looks like we've got Dave in the chat. We've got Homestead. Thank you very much for being here, guys. Really appreciate you. Dave, yeah, no beards in that thumbnail. Apparently, I messed up. I noticed that after you mentioned it. I guess. Apologize. His words of love. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate the engagement that I'm getting. I know everybody else is live right now, so anybody that I can get here, I appreciate your engagement. And of course, Jesse V, thank you very much for being here. So I don't see anybody that's going to be looking to join the open panel. So let me see what I can pull up for just randomness here. Of course. I didn't expect everybody to be going live right as I went live, right as I was going to go live on the day that I always go live. This is my day. So let's see here. Hey, Barn Diesel, I appreciate you being here, man. Yeah, yeah, I did use her idea for the thumbnail. I think I caught on. I think I caught on. I'm a potato, so give me credit where I can find it, I guess. I don't have anything ready. So let me pull up something that I just have kind of stashed away. How's everybody doing? Homestead, appreciate you continuing the chat. Woohoo! Yeah, we're just here. We're doing it. Let me see. What do I got? What do I got? Don't want that. We go back to the giants and dwarfs. We hadn't finished that. I could flip that between the two. I guess we'll do that. All right. So starting out, we'll start out real quick. Rosie Lynn, thank you very much for joining the chat. Appreciate you being here. Um, Homestead Wench is still with the chat. I appreciate that. No, I appreciate you being willing to come up. Like I said, everybody's streaming right now, so when I saw Vic streaming and Rattlesnake hit the chat with his stream, I figured it was gonna be kind of dead. We'll see what we can pull through here. See if I can entertain you. Appreciate you being here, Rosie. Really appreciate you guys. All right, so let's see. I think we're just gonna go ahead and do this. Now, if I can figure out which one that I had up. Let me actually pull up. If I can figure out where it's at. Apparently not very easily. I have a bunch of really good motivational quotes, and I like to pick through them, and I keep forgetting to do so. So we'll pick through a few here. On as far as a potato, motivational quote. One is open your eyes, have thick skin, and your heart soft. That speaks volumes, right? Because we should be ready to have thick skin when we're offended. We can only take offense. You can only choose to take offense. You can't give offense. So if one chooses to take offense, it's their problem, right? So you have to have some thick skin. Always have your eyes open and keep an eye out for everything that's going on around you. And of course, make sure that you have sympathy where sympathy is due, right? And as for a motivational quote from someone that actually matters, not just a potato. Let's see, what do we got from Bruce Lee today? I use a lot from him because it's really good. If you don't love life, don't waste time, for time is what life is made of. If you love life, if you don't like life. If you love life, don't waste time, for time is what life is made of. Again, speaks volumes there. All right, now we're getting a little bit of people in we're just getting the same people in chat. Thank you very much for the engagement. Really appreciate you guys being here. I don't see anybody still yet in the talking room, so let me pull back up what I was going to cover real quick while we're waiting. And I'll try to keep an eye on the Discord, so if people do start popping in there. All right. So we started this last time. I had an open panel and I was waiting for people. So we'll go ahead and just kind of go back to it. So the dwarfs and the giant women competing. I think we were right about the end of the deadlift or whatever it's called. I'm just a potato. Oh man, I used the wrong browser again. Oh boy. Okay, here we go.
Hey, 3 inches is all you need! What's wrong with 3 inches?
Nothing.
I'm asking for friends.
Of course.
Only research purposes.
I did not expect them to go this heavy. 5 plates. I've never seen a woman do this, and I think we're about to see it for the first time. At least for me. Just a casual 5, something I've never done in my life.
Me neither, but we're gonna get it today.
Wait, you've never done this?
No.
Please be careful. Come on! I'm right here. She's shaking.
Wait, she's got to go down.
Drive! Oh, that was all you. That was all you. PR, come up front. All hail. All hail, jacked woman. 495
Thank
PR.
you, dog.
Yo, respect.
Thank you.
Respect. However, even though that was a PR for Maya, 495 was no problem for Lorenzo.
You sure you got it?
That's fine.
Lemon squeezy, baby.
Yo.
It's okay to quit. Do you need another pep talk? I know Jesse already gave you guys one, but I could come give you another one.
Oh my God, no, she didn't. A little 2.5 to make it 500. 500 pounds, baby. Which is a squat that most people only dream of ever reaching.
There you go. There you go. Easy.
Drive.
And I think we might have actually been past this, weren't we? We were past that. But long story short, that's her max. He ends up out pressing her, I think, by a decent amount. We'll just
PR. Mega PR. All right, boys. Yo, just end it right now. That's her max. Just go for it. Go for something big.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
yeah, we
500.
yeah, we watched this. All right, so we'll go back to the next thing here. So they have them pull a what is this? A 6,000 pound Range Rover, something like that, and see who can pull it down looks like a football field worth of length the fastest.
The fastest all the way to the green plates wins it for their team. 2 women, 2 men. First up, we've got the dwarves. Let's go!
We got this.
And then we got the tall ladies. Comment below who's your favorite team. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go, pull!
Slow and steady doesn't win the race.
It's going! It's going! It's going! Come on, boys! Come on! Go! Come on! Easy!
Let's go. Taking up pace.
Go, boys! Go! Come on! Come on! Go!
Easy.
Yeah!
Come on.
Go!
Keep it going. Keep it going.
Straight!
All right, so let's see.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go, boys! Let's go!
I took a nap before you guys got down
That
here.
was adorable, yeah.
The dwarves' time
There it is.
is 19 seconds and 39 milliseconds!
All right, so 19 seconds and 39 milliseconds. Kind of, they've got the advantage of being lower to the ground. Maybe, the lower center of gravity gives them an advantage. So I'm curious if anybody in the chat wants to weigh in who we think will be better at this. It looks like we have one person in the panel. So if anybody else wants to join the panel, please feel free to.
Let's go, boys! Let's go!
You're not beating that. I think you're going to be humbled.
What was that?
You're going to be humbled.
I'm gonna be humble. I guess we'll find out.
You know you don't have to go down to hear them, right?
You don't have to go down to hear them.
Dude, you're part of our group now.
Yeah! Let's go! Next, it was the ladies' turn, and they really needed to win this because the momentum was definitely in the dwarves' favor. In 3, 2, 1, go! 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 Come on, go! We're moving! Push! 8 seconds! Push! Push! Come on! Come on, drive!
You got it?
Drive! Drive!
Go. Time, please.
It is so close! Holy crap!
There's no way they beat us on that. Nah.
The boys had 19 seconds and 39 milliseconds. The girls had 19 seconds and 23 milliseconds.
Oh, they got him. They got him. All right, so it looks like we've got one person in the panel. Just hoping for at least one more person before I hop in there.
Girls win.
Losers!
Oh, whatever. You suck.
There are still more events. Let's get to the next event. Come on, let's go.
Let's go.
Next event, we got mass wrestling. We're sending up 3 people, one at a time. All you have to do is pull your opponent across the line without letting go of the bar. And this competition is best 2 out of 3. In round 1, we got Lucy and Khalil. Let's go, Lucy. Let's go, Khalil.
Come on,
Here we
Luce.
go.
Come on, Khalil.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Not to brag, but like we're the winners again.
That's a point for the girls. Listen, boys, I'm stepping in for you, okay?
Let's go,
I got
man.
you. I gotta get you 1 point.
You're gonna get him a point? Let's go.
You are a lot taller than I thought.
If you lose, can we put him in the negative?
I got this.
It's only fair. If he can give him a point, he can lose him.
We got confidence in him.
All legs.
Oh, jeez.
Girly.
Wait, whoa.
I was just getting adjusted here.
Ready?
I was gonna say, didn't she just start out over the line already? What's going on here? Okay, so we got a few more people that are in the chat at least. TNT, I appreciate you being here. I think I popped you up on the screen, but I didn't actually say thanks for being here. I know everybody's kind of streaming at the same time, so I really appreciate the engagement. Elmo, if you're watching, I'm trying to get more people into the panel. If you just want to get into the panel and wait, oh, okay, you're not much for talking. Okay, that's fair. Okay, so we need to get some people in the panel, if we can. I know that we've only got a few people watching, but we have a few people watching. So if there's anybody that is willing to talk to me, I know I'm a potato, but maybe we'll just chat, give us some content. Just the 2 of us, just the 2 of us. We can make it if we try. We'll get back to this in the meantime.
3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go, Natasha. Oh, come on, Natasha.
Let's go, Jesse.
Come on.
Let's go, Jesse.
It doesn't look like he's trying very hard.
Come on. Come on, Jesse.
Now he is.
That's a point for the guys. Next one wins. Who's up next? Britt.
Let's go,
send up
Britt.
Britt.
Oh, they're scared. Look at them trembling.
Don't be nervous.
Let's go, Jug.
Can we get chalk?
No chalk. Shake hands.
Let's go, Britt.
You got it, Tom. Come on, Tom.
And for this matchup, Tom has a ton of pressure. Because if he loses this matchup, then the Dwarves will have lost the last 2 events. And the coming up ones might not favor them. Are you okay, bro?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I just wanted to know.
Let it go there.
Is he a little nervous? Is he? Oh, you're okay, Homestead. I appreciate you mentioning. Like I said, it's the thought that counts, right? I really appreciate you guys being here. Again, I know that everybody else is streaming, so what I can get, I appreciate. And as I get bigger, we'll get people to talk to me. I know I'm a potato, but people will want to talk to me sooner or later. Looks like there might be some people that might get in here sooner or later, but in the meantime, we'll just kind of cover what we can cover and keep you entertained, right? I know I'm embarrassing, but I'm just embarrassing to myself, hopefully, right?
That's all I'm worried about.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go! He went flying!
Did you even try?
Light work. You were.
So it looks like we got a few more people in the chat before I get really into it. Looks like we've got Jared. Appreciate you being here, buddy. I know that you've got stuff going on and things like that. So any engagement that I can get, I appreciate. Ducky, really appreciate you being here. I know that your kids are waking up. Appreciate you being here even so. Kids are being put to bed. Right on. So yeah, I appreciate you guys being in the engagement at least. Martin Diesel, appreciate you. All right, we'll get back to this for a minute.
Supposed to pull on the stick.
Whoa, good work, Tom.
Let's go! Was it fun?
Yeah, it was fun. No, it was good.
I tried. This round goes to the girls! I have hopes for the next one for you guys, okay?
Sweet.
Let's go. Welcome to the deadlift gauntlet. One of you brave souls from each team is gonna go. 1 plate, 2 plate, 3, 4, and 5 plates. Whoever gets to the end and finishes the last rep wins it for their team. And for this competition, the dwarves selected Lorenzo to start them off. Where's Mrs. Meaty? Who's going? We've got Brittany! All right, yeah! Shake.
I wasn't going to pause it right there, but Homestead Wench, really appreciate you saying that. Trying to be welcoming to just about everybody. I know that there's a lot of Discords out there that are odd. I don't want to say bad because everybody has their own niche, right? Everybody has their own wants, their own needs. And I'm trying to give an area for people to feel comfortable kind of no matter how you are. So if you are part of Discord, but you're not part of my Discord, please join my Discord. There's a lot of really, really welcoming people in that Discord. I try to make sure that I'm part of it and I'm there as much as I can. And Tyler, I appreciate you being here. And then as the group fills up, you'll join. I appreciate you. Greatly appreciate that. Actually, I know that you're trying to get your own content as well. So, and Jared, I appreciate you agreeing to that. Again, I'm really trying to be better about my Discord. Intimidating, Jesse, is that what it might be? I could agree with that if that's what you're referring to. I've been into a couple of Discords that are a little overwhelming, and I'm trying not to make mine, but the more I get involved with it, the more I get on it, the more I have content worth on it. So it's a little overwhelming. But back to this for a second.
Hands, shake hands. Oh! Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Come on, 135. Front.
It's gonna make me really regret not using the right browser today. Apparently. Let's see. All right.
And they're already moving. Don't mess up. Okay, come on. That 2 plates. Listen, they're moving as fast as it is to log your food in Macro Factor's nutrition app. It's the fastest nutrition tracking app there is on the market. Almost as fast as Brittany's moving at 225. Woo! Let's go, Brittany, you got this! Come on, guys, let's go! With features like barcode scanning and AI photo technology, tracking your food has never been easier.
Come on, Zev.
Come on.
Yeah.
Crazy work. Yes.
All right, next one.
You got this.
Big one.
You got this.
Come on, girl.
Yo, Lorenzo's already at 4 plates right now. I think Brittany's stuck at 3.
Easy, good. Pull. No.
Oh, get it. She can't get it. Yeah. Overwhelming is a better word. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Overwhelming. Yeah. That is a good word, I guess. Thanks. Pat myself on the back.
Nope. Hey, let's go. Move over.
Lorenzo's got it on his own. Nice. Macro Factor makes it super easy to make progress. It adjusts your calories because it's basically a coach. And for a fraction of the price, coaches are expensive. It's kind of like always having a person right by your side to help you with your fitness goals. Kind of like how Emily decided to help Britt with her 315 deadlift. Emily and Brittany are going. I did not tell them they couldn't do this. We're going with it. Screw it. Easy. You guys can use code Jesse to get 2 weeks for free on Macro Factor. Click the first link in the description and check it out. Trust me, I use it. Helps me get leaner, helps me make progress. Let's see if Lorenzo gets these 5 plates. Come on, Lorenzo! Let's go, Lorenzo! And while Lorenzo was warming up for the final lift, it seemed like the girls had fully embraced their new strategy of using multiple people. Let's go, Lorenzo! The girls are right there. They're about to go for 405. Come on, Lorenzo! Come on, girls! Oh, they're catching up!
Yes, Homestead. Definitely. Thank you for that advice. Probably stick it right in front of my face. Because I'll forget otherwise, apparently. I don't know why I keep forgetting that one. Let's see. Thanks, Jared. Appreciate the support. All right, we'll get back to it for a second. Looks like we have a couple of people in the chat working at talking to me. They're asking about the prompt, so I'll try to give that to them.
Watch your toes! They're catching up! And so, because the girls adopted a new strategy, the boys decided to adopt one as well. But since they are a bit smaller than the girls, they made some modifications. 3? You're going 3?
I don't think we could fit 3 girls on there.
I don't think we could fit 3.
3 guys, 1 bar.
Oh my gosh.
I've seen this video.
Come on, Winners! I got my winners! I got my winners! Come here, give me some! Come on, come on, chest! Give me some, come on! Come here! I'll make better rules next time, forgive me. And speaking of forgiveness, it looked like Maya wanted an apology from her teammates.
Because what actually pissed me off is he failed 500. I could have got that for 3.
So you sat that one out because you're injured right now? Take the anger out on tug of war.
Oh, I know. I plan on it. Oh.
TNT. 2 girls, 1 bar. No, bro. Okay, so let's see. Because I fair enough. Appreciate the advice, Homestead. I appreciate you. And then I have a couple of people in the Discord, or they were in the Discord. There's one still in there, but he said he doesn't like to talk. So if there's anybody else that wants to join the Discord, please join the Discord. Please join the discussion. It's really just a discussion. It's not a debate. I want some kind of conflict, if you will, so it's somewhat interesting to listen to. So I've made the prompts somewhat engaging, if you will. We'll get back to this for a second.
Okay. Plan on it. Yeah.
Yank 'em.
Yeah.
You ready for tug of war now?
Let's go.
Next event, we've got the tug of war. But, surprise, we're tiering it. They're gonna be going head to head for 3 rounds, going from 3v1 to a 3v2 to a 5v5. You must get the middle marker across the green plates. Alrighty, are you ready? And for the first matchup, we got Jeremy, Tom, and Khalil versus Maya. Because let's be real, the Giants already have a big advantage.
Maybe you should try wrapping it around your entire body.
I hope you like being walked on a leash, because that's what's about to happen right now. Hey, he can't tie it around himself. That's cheating.
You guys gave us that idea.
What? Who said that?
I said that. So he's gonna go flying.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go! Oh my God! That's it! Let's go, boys! Look at them! That's champions right there! The dwarves may have been able to beat Maya when it's a 3v1, but what about if it's a 3 versus 2? 3 guys!
I want to know, have you made this mistake with your holster? And by mistake, I mean, did you get a holster that's uncomfortable so you don't carry all?
Guys, 2 girls! Will Maya get the revenge that she...
There we go. I don't know why I even waited for the commercial to be done. Sorry, guys. There's a couple people in the Discord. I don't know if we're gonna get any more, so we'll go ahead and open up the open panel and start that out and see if we can get any kind of interest there. So just try to avoid sensitivity. So I'll be right back to that here in just a second. Can you hear me, guys? Hey. All right, so we're live. Give me just a second back there.
Yep, all can hear you loud and clear. All good.
Jeez, come on. Okay, there we go. All right.
Alter,
Hey,
good
Alter,
to see you.
Good to see you, buddy.
Hi.
Hey, Alter.
All right. Let me get all situated here. Okay.
We got some
So,
more voices in here.
yeah, that's good. I appreciate you joining, Alter. All right. So we can kind of start with whatever you guys want to. I was just kind of throwing out some prompts that somebody had suggested, and we had talked on the excuse me, on the Discord about the tattoos, Alter. So do we want to
True.
start with that, or do we want to start with something else, guys?
What about
I'm open to move in any direction.
Yeah, I don't mind.
All right. Well, so when I started that was mainly just for like my own anecdotal purpose. So I was just given some decent prompts here that actually probably will be better. So let me read the top one off here. So how should the right operate in the new political atmosphere brought by the left, and how far is too far? Do we match their anything goes energy? Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Any questions about the prompt?
No.
Do we match their intensity, or do we remain where we're at?
Yeah. So how should the right operate? And shouldn't say we, because I try to identify as the middle. So what do you guys think? Go ahead and open up the floor for you guys to speak.
Anybody want to go first?
Anybody want to go first? No?
I feel that we should always come from a defensive position and shouldn't be violent if we can help it. That we should remain self-defensive.
Okay.
Self-defense mindset versus a outwardly belligerent, violent mindset, like outwardly attacking people. Always self-defense.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a different perspective because I was thinking more along the line of politically, not actually physically harming somebody. I was thinking more of a Congress because where you give the left an inch, they're taking a mile. You give the right a mile, they'll take 2 inches and says we don't want to push too far.
Yeah.
I was thinking that line where you're talking about like physical battle with people.
Yeah. Is there?
I agree with that too.
Yeah, I don't know if it's my end or what. It's kind of hard to hear you, Elmo. I'm not sure if
It might be me.
there's anything that you can maybe do about it. So what do you what was that, Ben? Go ahead.
Is that a little better? Is this a little better?
Maybe. Yeah, it's kind of muffled, is what it sounds like. It sounds like you've got a cloth or something over your mic, maybe. I'm a potato, so I'm not saying that's what it is, but
Like you might be a Muppet.
yeah. Thanks. Kind of funny. So yeah, that's just it. Is if we start giving in to the anything goes kind of idea, then where does the line get drawn, right? And so yeah, Homestead, she's also saying that you're muffled a little bit, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. How far becomes too far?
Right. Yeah. So how far would we think that too far would be? Well, where would we draw the line? How can we rise above it, I guess is the question, because we need to start moving forward. We need to be able to say, okay, this is enough is enough. We don't agree with how things are going, so we're going to push back. But how do we push back? Where do we go from there?
I think we start by saying no.
Okay. And I definitely agree with that. Let's see. Okay, that's actually a good, man. If I could figure out what I'm doing with this stupid thing. See if we can get you at least loud enough that people can hear you. Okay. Yeah, so start off by saying no, right? So what do we say no to? When you say no, what are you referring to?
The Islamic communism taking over our country.
Okay.
We got to get the out of the school system. Stop teaching our kids communism. Get back to the Bible, basically, and maybe not the Bible per se, but back to more righteous, where divorce used to be a shame. Like it wasn't a proud thing. People didn't celebrate it. You didn't celebrate having 100-person body count when you were 30 or even 24 at this point.
Right.
We got to get morals back. We have to get common sense back. Communism has been tried over and over again, and it never works.
Right.
I think that's a good place to and get rid of that. We need to go back to the carpet.
Right. What was that on?
I'm sorry, Alter. Go again.
Sorry, I said I love that line. That's like such a classic line. I think this like prompt is a bit more like for like the right wingers here, so I don't really have much to say
Sure.
about it, obviously.
That's fair. Yeah, like I said, I was more expecting more people to show up because I was actually advertising this a little bit better this week, so I expected more, but then everybody started streaming at the exact same time. So a lot of the prompt was basically for the right, essentially, which is not necessarily a bad thing because of the people that I usually get in the panel. But since we have Alter, does anybody have any suggestions on where we turn?
I mean, we can talk about the whole tattoo thing that had Alter
Yeah,
in
we
it
could.
the other day.
Sure. What are your takes on it then, Alter? We'll just go ahead and start with that.
Well, why don't you open with what the prompt actually was, because not everybody on the stream knows.
Sure, that's fair. That's fair. Hey, Havoc, good to see you in, buddy. I appreciate you joining. Let me get
Going on, Holmes?
Let me see if I can pull that actual prompt back up without disrupting the stream. Of course, it's not going to be as easy as I'd like it to be.
That's why you got me. Give me a second.
Right. I got it. So are tattoos really worth it? Do men like them on women? Do women dislike them on men? And that's kind of a general prompt. I didn't know exactly what we would want to do, how we'd want to go about that. So let's see. I'm having trouble hearing me too. Oh wow. That's concerning. Let me see if that
You're loud and
helps.
clear on the Discord side, so it might
Yeah,
just be your
Discord should be
side.
fine. I've been messing with filters and all sorts of stuff. So when I turn my head, I think is what it's going to be when it's going to have problems. So I need to stop turning my head. I think I noticed that last stream. All right, so we have the prompt. Is there any questions about the prompt? Do we need to repeat the prompt? Because I've probably forgotten the prompt already.
I believe it was for men, tattoos on women are seen as neutral in attraction rate or negative.
Right.
That they aren't a positive in the attraction rate in women from men's perspective.
So, like TNT says here, he says, I think most tats on women are trash. Full stop is what another man puts his point of view in on that. Let's see, we've got Rosie Lynn. My husband is covered in them, all meaningful. Our children's name, dig them. It's art. So we've got a couple of people, a couple of differing views there. So are they an attractive trigger? Are they worth it? When I had put that, Alter kind of had an issue with it about how basically it's saying that women should ultimately be gearing toward women or men, and the men's, what is the word that I'm looking for? The men's perspective, the men's
attraction trigger.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
Their
about.
attractiveness.
Their attractiveness.
Towards men.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So we got a couple of new people onto the panel. I greatly appreciate you joining, JJ and Havoc. So, we'll go ahead and I'll open it up to anybody that has any thoughts on it, and then I'll jump in where I can. Anybody?
Real quick before we go on,
Sure.
just remember your YouTube TOS.
Thank
Try
you
and
very
keep
much.
cursing and certain words to a minimum.
Thank you very much for that.
So,
I could
like,
give,
this is live on YouTube?
It is, yes, Havoc.
Yes,
It is
we
live
are
on
live
YouTube
right now.
Okay, all right. Appreciate it.
Yep,
I'll
absolutely.
keep that in mind.
Thank you for asking. Go ahead, Alter. What do you got?
Yeah, so I was gonna say I can give like I can reiterate like my entire take on the whole situation.
Sure.
So my take was that I think both sexes kind of, when it comes to like attractiveness, kind of look at tattoos more or less the same way. Well, like most people probably don't really care for them. And then some people can find them attractive if the tattoo is good, right? My issue was that when it comes to tattoos, I don't think attractiveness is really the point of a tattoo. It's kind of meant to be something a bit more like meaningful. Like if you get a tattoo of like your son's name or something like that, right? That's not meant to be like an attractive thing, right? That's more of like a personal thing to you, you
Sure.
know. And I think that critiquing like women who get tattoos based on the fact that it would make them less attractive to men, I don't mean to go all like woke feminist, but like that just doesn't feel right.
Sure.
So if
Well, I mean,
you
I think it's
had
more in
if you
regards to attraction, like the question itself, if I'm not mistaken, is like, like attraction triggers itself.
so and also if you were trying to date someone or marry someone or attract a mate, wouldn't you want to know what the other side thought was attractive? Wouldn't it be a benefit to you to know that, hey, well, I know you did this tattoo for you. I personally don't find tattoos attractive.
Well,
I
like,
mean, yeah, but also I think that if you're a person who likes to have tattoos and has meaningful ones to you, then I don't think you would be interested in a partner that wouldn't accept that in the first place.
well, that would work inversely as well. Like people who are not attracted to tattoos would shy away in the dating marketplace, like
Yeah,
to people who have tattoos.
that's true, and I think that's fine.
So
So
Well,
we're
Go ahead,
just
problem
speaking in
solved.
we're just speaking in averages here, in concepts and averages. The average man, the majority of average men, on a whole, do not find tattoos as an attraction booster. It doesn't
Mhm.
mean all men find them
Yeah,
to be negative or degrading. They just have a neutral appearance one way or another, don't care about them. It's not an
yeah.
attraction bonus, it's not a degradation. They just are.
So the reason that I bring that up when I do is because of the quote unquote loneliness epidemic that we're facing. And is it worth it to go out and just start throwing tattoos onto your body without understanding what you want, for one, and with the growing drive to be covered in tattoos, where does the line get drawn, and where does the society start to say this has gone too far, where we used to be professional? Now you can almost get a job in an office space with a tattoo on your face. So where does the line get drawn? Where is it?
You mean
Go ahead.
you mean like in a way that like people who like dye their hair, or like after a breakup or something, like an emotional response, they just get tattoos?
Yeah. Things like that, as well as, so this all sparked from a video that I had put out this Wednesday. And it was basically a reaction that I did to a different creator that was talking about how women are starting to regret getting the tattoos that they have and how they don't like them anymore. And so I was basically saying, if you really think about your tattoo, if you really honestly want your tattoo, then by all means go for it. I have a couple tattoos myself. The reason that I put it out though is because I had a couple of reactions to the ink that I used in the tattoos that I have. So that brought up questions in my mind. What is it doing to your body? because you're putting a foreign object into your body, and your body is going to have reactions to it. So is it worth it, on top of the fact that it is an attraction trigger, or dissuasion, right? So it could be either or with people. And so I'm kind of trying to bring conversations and understand where people are coming from, where if they want tattoos, why do they want to be covered in tattoos, right? There's one girl that I can think of, couple actually. I knew a very, very attractive young woman that was striving for, actually both of them I think have been striving for the front page of the magazine that has the tattoo, right? They're always covered from head to toe on this magazine. And so they're gearing toward being on this front of this magazine. Now, what happens once you've been on the front of that magazine? Why are you gearing toward having tattoos for something that is literally like you get onto the front of the magazine and you're done? You see what I'm saying? So where does the line get drawn, and that kind of thing, right? We have a newcomer into the panel. Trey, I appreciate you joining. Anybody have anything to put in? Appreciate you being here,
Oh,
buddy.
that's so cool.
Right, his
Well,
overlay is dope. Anyway, I'll let you guys have the floor for a second.
Like personally, like I don't find females, that have loads of tattoos attractive.
Well,
But I would, you know, I overlook, like if there is, like for instance, I have a tattoo from my late brother, and if they have something of the similar vein, like I would overlook that in that aspect.
Sure. And I don't,
Like, is that what you mean?
yeah. So a lot of it, I mean, so a lot of it has to do with the fact that I'm Christian. And so it goes back to, we're not supposed to be doing things to our body that is foreign, and I've done it myself. So I'm trying to basically, not be a hypocrite and advise against things that I've noticed are becoming an issue. Again, my grandpa, he had tattoos and he would advise against it. And so I'm getting to that age where I'm learning that it wasn't necessarily the best idea. I don't regret mine. Like a lot of the girls, again, in the video that I shared, they are regretting them, right? There's a couple of girls that talk about the money that they'll put into having them removed, which is a couple $1,000s for a sleeve, not even a sleeve. It was a couple of tattoos on her arm that were going to end up costing her $4,000 to remove. And she wanted to do that, right? So it's not necessarily that everybody thinks that way, but I personally don't care for tattoos on women, except for a very small, accent tattoo somewhere here or there. But especially the chandelier chest tattoos, if anybody knows what I'm talking about with that. And if you don't, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about now that I've said it. But I don't care for the chest tattoos in general. Like even when they get cute little words on their chest, I'm not a big fan of that. And then when they have the gaudy, just over dramatic chandelier, it just immediately turns me off. But that again is anecdotal. We have another newcomer to the panel. I appreciate you being here. Tara, I knew your name. I promise I don't forget you. Appreciate you being here, buddy. I'll let you guys have the floor for a second. What was that?
Oh, I was just saying, welcome to Tara.
Welcome. I'll let you guys have the floor for a second. Duke it out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think like most of the concerns that you guys bring up about tattoos is like I 100% agree. I think that tattoo regret is like a very real and very serious thing. I like the only part that I disagree with is it being like like specifically an issue with like one gender, you know?
Right.
Because I don't think it is, right? I think it's kind of goes both ways. It's pretty much everything you're saying. And so just like bringing it up in the context of just one of the genders, I think is a bit just feels a bit weird. But I completely agree that people should, you know, consider what they tattoo on themselves like a lot more than they do right now. I think a lot of people don't put enough thought into it. I think, you know, it's like some people
I agree. You should definitely
yeah.
think about what you tattoo on yourself.
Yeah.
I don't think
For
the
sure.
regret of tattoos, people regretting getting tattoos, is gender specific. What we're saying is gender specific more is that men are not attracted, or men don't find that tattoos on women increase their overall sexual attraction in the dating marketplace. That's all. We're not saying that people
I
don't
mean,
regret it
is that-
of either gender. We're not saying that there aren't women that find men not attractive when they have tattoos. What we're saying is that on statistical averages, men as a whole do not find women more attractive when they have tattoos,
And
and they
you
don't
have to
necessarily find them
consider,
less attractive.
you've got to consider that like tattoos are, you know, well, have been until recently like a masculine thing.
Right.
And that's,
Like,
I mean,
go ahead.
you
Owen.
know, I mean that's like a turn off. You know, like that. You know, that's why I was kind of saying that, like, because I understand. I mean, even my tattoos that I have, you know, I've got three, and two of them are emotional, and one was when I turned 18 and I could get a tattoo. You know, and I was just like, give me a tattoo.
Right. Exactly.
yeah.
Right.
You know,
But even those on a man, a female looks at and goes, he went through the pain, the tolerance, the time, the money, all of that good jazz that it takes to get a tattoo that ends up making it a masculine thing to do. So a woman looks at a man and says, dang, that took a lot. That pain, that effort, that time that you had to get the money, you did it. A man looks at a woman and says, you went through that pain. Now you're more masculine than a feminine. You're more apt to bow up at me when we need to have someone who has the ultimate say. Because again, when it comes to battle, we'll just bring it to the ultimate. And if you are told to do something in battle and you don't do it, there's a good possibility you don't survive that, right? The man needs to be able to tell the woman what to do when it comes down to it, and her be able to understand that he has her best interests at heart, and be able to back down, be submissive, be meek, take the back end, and understand her role in all of it. But when she's more masculine, especially if she's gone through neck tattoos or face tattoos or underarm tattoos where it's really painful, it takes a
yeah,
lot
no,
of pain endurance, then they become really
those are a
masculine.
complete turn off.
What's that?
Those are like, I mean, truly, those are a complete turn off.
Yeah. I will agree completely on that
Like
one.
personally.
As soon as I see a face tattoo, even a small one, even if it's a little raindrop or teardrop, it immediately turns me off if it's a face tattoo. If it's a neck tattoo, it's it's just almost as bad. And like I said, the chandelier chest tattoos, I don't know why they're becoming the new tramp stamp, the new thing, but they are. Now that just turns me off almost immediately.
But yeah, I've got a memorial forearm tattoo from my brother, and then I've got the Triforce from Legend of Zelda on my right hand.
Nice.
You know, from
You
my
absolute
grandma.
degenerate.
I know, right?
Yeah, yeah, I know.
So
You know, like my grandma, you know, we played that game together growing up, so that was another,
yeah,
you know, like
I think
one
that's
that
cool.
meant something to me.
yeah.
Yeah.
So both of the ones that I have are extensive, but both of them mean a great deal to me. They're family centered, right? So both of them mean a lot to me. I thought about them for a very long time before I got them, those kind of things. But again, it's not so much the people that are thinking about their tattoos and going through them, but the fact that it's becoming such a thing, such an okay thing. Now we've got the glow in the dark tattoos. That's part of the reason that kind of sparked that video. I saw it, somebody else reacted to it, and I was like, that's actually fairly interesting. And then I started seeing the glow in the dark tattoos and the microchip tattoos and these things that are starting to advance in technology with tattoos, not just inks that could.
The heck is a microchip tattoo?
Exactly. That's a good question. So one of them was basically like it did things like it was like either a QR code kind of idea, or it was like an RFID chip kind of idea.
Yeah, you can embed a
Oh,
RFID
interesting.
reader that you can program your credit cards on.
Yeah, no,
And
that's
it's in the palm of
too
your hand.
far.
That's too far. Exactly.
That's a little crazy there.
So now that we're starting to get into all of this idea of tattoos just being a normal thing, like, oh, if you think about it long enough, it's okay. And then they start getting into the UV light tattoos or the glow in the dark tattoos or the microchip tattoos. And then it opens up the door to the RFID chip and all of those other things that might be involved with that. Looks like we do have one newcomer into the chat. Greatly appreciate you being here. So by that logic, a woman who gives birth without an epidural is more masculine for experiencing that pain. No, because we have kidney stones, right, man?
Well, no, that's like a straw man argument there.
That is kind of a straw man. Geez, MPK, what are you thinking? But no, seriously though, when you get a tattoo, you go through the pain and you go through the it's more of a title. It's more of a feeling. I can't really explain it how I see it, but as a woman gets tattoos, they start to get more headstrong. They get more. Maybe it has a lot to do with the mental. Go ahead.
I
babe.
would say that a woman that gives birth without an epidural is more feminine because that is what a woman naturally does. They naturally give birth. It is their feminine nature.
Right.
Precisely.
Right. Yeah.
Like that is the role of every. I mean, every female on the planet. Regardless of species. Like you don't see squirrels getting epidurals to give birth.
Right. Exactly. So that
I am also not saying that a woman who has to have an epidural to give birth is weaker.
Right. No, absolutely not. To her credit, she says, how is that a straw man? That was a question. I didn't mean it like that. MPK, I'm sorry. It's the mental behind the tattoos. A lot of the time, it's the fact that you have a body dysmorphia. You're not happy with yourself. And again, I'm one to speak, right? But I'm here to tell you, I wasn't necessarily exactly happy with myself. So I went and got tattoos to make myself happy, but it didn't really do that, right? But at the same time, they mean a lot to me. But it's the fact that once we start pushing for that idea of the tattoos being okay, then we start to get into all the different kinds of tattoos that we've got. Yeah, that's kind of a nice tattoo. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, like I like tattoos. I like seeing them, especially on men. I had a vision of being covered in tattoos at one point in time. Wasn't necessarily for me, but yeah. So again, I understand where tattoos are coming from. I'm just trying to bring awareness to the fact that after a certain amount of time, they become a regret, and then they become so expensive to remove. And then we've got all these other ones that are pushing the boundaries. And where does the line get drawn between an ink that is potentially hazardous? Because some inks are made naturally. Some inks are from berries or whatever, but some inks, who knows where they're coming from? Again, I had a reaction to one of the inks that I used, and that caused an inflaming, and it was like an allergic reaction. And so I don't know if it was an allergic reaction, if it's like basically going to be cancer later on, those kind of ideas. And now we've got the UV light and all these other foreign objects. So now we're getting to some interesting things and some interesting territories. Any thoughts on that?
I think to some extent, like, people will risk or are willing to risk a little bit of like harm in order to express themselves. I think that's kind of like a pretty normal human thing. But I think there definitely is like a line that can be crossed where it's like, okay, this is probably, too risky in order for you to do that. But then, like, what can we really do about that except for, like, educate people better on the risks and the regret that they might feel,
right,
and stuff like that.
Okay.
I also I was gonna also say, I think for the reason why women might be more attracted to a man's tattoos, I don't quite agree with the reason of it being like like, oh, he like went through the pain of getting the tattoo. I really don't see that. I think it might be more if since women like it when men express their emotions. And I think tattoos are often like a way of expressing, like a deeper feeling than just like, words. And I think if women are more attracted to men with tattoos than the other way around, that's probably why.
Okay.
Just based on my experience.
Okay. Go ahead, Havoc. What do you got?
I was just gonna ask if you view like tattoos as just emotions, like tattoos as like expressions of emotions.
I think it depends on the tattoo, but most tattoos have some kind of like deeper symbolic meaning to the person.
Most
like Steve-O's baby banging tattoo. Is that POS?
I don't know what that
I
is.
don't know if it is or not.
The
Ben, you would know.
The character Steve-O from Jackass.
Right.
He has some pretty gnarly tattoos that really don't mean that much to him. Like his tattoo of
there's a lot.
himself.
I was just gonna touch on that because
my first tattoo like is no emotional tie whatsoever. It was just because I turned 18. I was like,
yeah,
oh, I want to get a tattoo.
Yeah, I think like a lot of people do just kind of get tattoos for the sake of having a tattoo, which I don't think is a great idea, to say the least.
Okay.
No, I agree. What was you about to say, Trey? I didn't mean to cut you off there.
What do you got, Trey?
No, it's all good. You guys kind of touched on it, but I was just going to touch on that like a good question and why people would have regret is, why did they get the tattoo? Did they get it because they had a mental illness like body dysmorphia? Were they going to try to keep up with the Jones down the road? It's like, oh, she's got a beautiful tattoo. I need one too. Was it a drunk dare? That would suck.
Exactly.
Or
Yeah.
to honor someone. Usually
there's
the honor
definitely
someone once you don't get removed.
Right.
like there's tons of reasons, and I mean very few I would say are good.
Fair.
I'd agree.
I have a chat and I'm not completely sure. I'm a potato, and it says, what about Tamako? Tamoko. I don't know the reference. I'm
That's
sorry.
tribal tattooing, I think, isn't it?
Okay. That
So
would
is that
make
the
a lot of
Samoan
sense.
stuff?
Is that New Zealand?
Like it.
Where it has some meaning to the tribe itself. And that for the women themselves, that would make sense. I can understand that.
I mean, yeah, if they were raised, you know, to view that as like a necessity, like that's one thing.
Right. If the men
But
were to be raised wanting that in their women, that would make sense. Jeez, drag myself off.
I think a good
Also,
comparison to this is the Japanese culture and how they view tattoos. The Japanese people don't like tattoos. If they're on women, it's considered like you're just like kind of slutty or something. And if it's on men, you're considered you're part of the yakuza.
Right.
and also,
But
evidence
it's just
of
kind of based off
extreme
what
is
country.
not evidence of of a statistical average. Just because those tribes and those people have attraction to women that have those things doesn't mean the majority of men on the planet do as well.
Right.
That's correct. I think technically most men don't want tattoos because tattoos are a sign that they are not pure, like their skin's not pure.
And that's a
yeah, wow.
good possibility too. What was that happening?
And also that, you know, they're seeking pain, you know, like seeking these things
Right. That
instead of seeking peace, you
and
know, like
exactly. And that boils back down to what Trey was saying about the body dysmorphia and things like that too, right? JJ, you kind of came off of mute. Did you have something to say? I want to give you the floor if you want it. Now it's been too late, huh? Sorry, buddy. Try to watch for you. I try to give the floor where I can get it. You know, I've really appreciated the respect that I've gotten from everybody that's been on my panel so far. You always try to give the floor where you can, and I appreciate that. But I will try to make sure that people that are a little bit less aggressive about getting the mic can get that mic. So if you ever feel like you want something to say, get yourself off mute, and I'll kind of keep an eye out for you, and so that you can have your piece. But other than that, you guys can go back to it if you have anything.
Is it working now?
Oh yeah. Was that what it was? That you just were trying to talk and you couldn't?
Sorry about that. Yeah, I had to switch up my settings.
Oh,
Apologize,
okay.
guys.
No worries. That I'm glad. That's why I try to make sure everybody has the floor and opportunity to make sure that I'm not screwing my permissions or something up too. So do you have anything on that while we got you?
Yeah. So I'm a Christian also. So my big issue would be something to the effect of, you know, vanity. So getting it for the wrong reason. You know what I mean? On top of, you know, marking up, you know, the temple of God. On top of the pain is unnecessary. So it's kind of like vain pain. Like you need to remember this. Like, isn't the memory enough? So I have a lot of arguments against it. But I mean, my wife has a tattoo, so it's not like, you know what I mean? I don't find it like nasty or anything.
Sure.
You know what I mean? That was her choice. So you know.
Right. Well, and see,
I get what you mean.
That's the thing.
Would you say that you have a neutral level of attraction towards it? That you don't find it degrading, but you don't find it particularly sexually appealing either.
Oh yeah, it's definitely. Yeah, I'm not like it. I don't look at. I mean, man, I have one. You know what I mean? I got when I was 18. So and I'm 42 now.
Sure.
So it's like it's the only one I have. I really don't wish. You know, it's not that I don't like it or anything.
Right.
I don't. I kind of wish I didn't get it, but I'm not. It's not like a big deal, and it's not stupid or anything like that. So it's like, yeah, whatever it is, what it is. I'm not going to spend the money to get it taken off.
Fair.
Yeah.
You know.
I wasn't saying particularly your tattoo on you. I was saying your one on your wife. It's not like you hate it, but you don't love it either.
Oh no. Well, the first one she did. The interesting thing, the first one she got done was messed up. That the guy tried doing a watercolor tat, and it came out horrible. So then she had to have a lady who was excellent, you know, do her whole forearm. But I mean, it's awesome. So I mean, it's like, you know what? She paid for it. She got good artwork. You know, it was her. Like I said, it was her choice. It's either way for me. So.
Sure. So a couple questions on that. First is your tattoo. Was it thought out, or was it just kind of the spur of the moment thing?
No, it was my 18th birthday, and it's Chinese writing. Basically, is to respect and admire for kings. It's you know, respect's a big thing for me. So it always has been.
Yeah.
So that's what I got. You know what I mean? Because it looks cool.
Sure. Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
absolutely. And I can understand that, and that there's some respect behind that, but it was just a spur of the moment rather than a thought out. So like, for example, my tattoo, it's basically a shoulder cap, and it was probably 13 years in the making before I finally decided to pull the trigger. The one on my back was 10 years in the thought process before I pulled the trigger on it. Right. So as long as you're thinking them out and they're thought out and you don't have a problem with them, and even if you don't have a problem with them and they're not thought out, I don't have a problem with them per se. I'm just trying to raise the awareness because, like you're saying, if she hadn't had that tattoo, and nothing against her, of course, but if she hadn't had that tattoo, would you have been more attracted to her without that tattoo?
Oh, she didn't have it before she met me.
Oh, that's fair. So,
Yeah.
so when the person that botched the tattoo, what were your feelings on that tattoo?
Well, it was a different kind than he's ever done. The guy's actually passed away now. But I mean,
So we can talk
paid
smack. It's not a big deal. I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
yeah. I mean,
I'm just
I mean,
I don't ever want
want
anybody to think that I'm actually talking schmack. Everybody has a place for respect. I'm a potato and I like to have a lot of fun with my streams. That's all it is.
You're all good with.
So anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, but yeah, he never did a watercolor tat. I mean, it's a pretty complicated tat. He was actually in a bunch of mags and stuff, but he did old school work, and we took a chance. And then it took her 3 or 4 years to get it covered up. And that in the meantime, he was supposed to fix it, but he died. So I mean, it is what it is. But what she's got now is pretty awesome. So
Right on. And kind of like going back to what Mr. B said, is it causing more attraction? Like when you look at it, does it cause attraction, or is it just like a neutral and it's just like that's cool artwork, but it's not like an attraction trigger? Does that make sense?
bro, I am to year 18 right now with my wife.
Okay.
I am through 2 kids and hell and back. So as far as attraction goes, the one thing that attracts me most to my wife is her loyalty and her love, man.
Yeah, for sure. And that's absolutely
I guess
fair.
It'd be hard for him to answer that question fairly.
Yep. And that was basically the end of the discussion on that with him. Because like I said, I don't want to push it. I just want to just get to the, like, again, it's not that I have a problem with them. It's just trying to bring the awareness to the fact that women look at them and it sparks attraction. Right? It literally sparks attraction. A woman looks at a tattoo and goes, damn, that is masculine. A man looks at a tattoo and says, yeah, that's not necessarily feminine. I'm looking for meek, submissive. I don't know all the terminology that men are looking for with women, but we're not looking for somebody that's going to bow up at us. And the person that's going to have a lot of tattoos, again, a forearm, a little accent tattoo. Those aren't the ones that I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about like neck tattoos that it's literally going to take some pain tolerance to get it. That kind of thing.
Or the entire back piece.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, like
I'm with you on that, man. Those neck pieces are insane. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like for me personally, like if I see, a woman that's tatted up, I'm like, yeesh. Like, what did you go through?
Well, that's the thing is every time I see a really heavily tatted woman, the first thing that comes to my mind is what trauma, who did what to you? And I hate the term who hurt you, right? Because they always love to pull it on us. But that's what it boils down to. What?
Oh, just say it, man. Say it. You see damaged goods, man. Come on.
Well, and that's exactly. Who hurt you? What happened to you that I can help you understand that you're better? You deserve better than that. You deserve the ability to be meek, submissive, loyal, helpful, that kind of thing. You deserve all of that. This idea that we're pushing for women to be in the workforce pushing for women to be tattooed, essentially, that kind of idea needs to kind of, I don't know, be shamed almost, because even men, we don't necessarily need to be having tattoos, but the idea that women look at them and find them attractive comparatively to men, if we're looking at the loneliness epidemic and the mental health crisis that we're running headlong into, which sex is the more mental health crisis, right? And again, maybe it's because men don't seek the mental, the physical or the mental psychology to get the medication, but men are not on nearly the medication that women are on for mental health. So if we're talking about the mental health,
SSRIs.
what's that?
I said them SSRIs.
Exactly, right? So we're talking about all of that, right? We have to take into account the mental that is behind, because that's another thing that I point out in the video. There's this one lady that flips off the camera. Well, you don't like women with tattoos? Well, bye. And she flips off the camera. It's the mental behind the want for the tattoos that are a little bit of a concern too. So again, looking at mental of it. Real quick before anybody jumps in, we do have, get back on the mic so people can hear me. I do have a new person in the chat. We got Nature of Man 68. Thank you very much for joining. Wickmoto, I think you're new. Appreciate you being here. And then TNT, there was somebody that said they had Chinese tattoo or something like that. He says he bets it says I love soup in Chinese. And that's the thing is with Chinese, especially Chinese, how do you know for sure what it's saying unless you yourself can interpret it? And again, if you can,
I can actually answer that.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I've been in Chinese restaurants and they see it and they're like, "Oh, king, king!" I've actually had them actually say that to me. Yeah,
nice.
It's pretty nuts when they see it. They're like, "Oh," their eyes like light up.
Nice.
It's pretty.
Dude went to go get some egg rolls and was like,
"Right,
look at my plant."
That's funny.
And then I say "shishie" to them because that means thank you in Chinese, and they get all excited.
Nice.
That's nice.
That is good to know what you're putting on your skin. That's again a big thing, is just knowing what you're putting on your skin, and in your skin. I didn't do my due diligence. I didn't do my research on the ink that I was putting in my skin. How do you know until it's already permanently in your skin if you're allergic to that or not, right? And then you've got a big bill to get it removed. What was that, Chaos?
I was just gonna say that, like, again, like I've got 3 tattoos. One was when I turned 18. That was my first tattoo. I just got it just like almost at a whim, in the same way that I bought my first pack of cigarettes in a lottery ticket. And then I've got my brother and my grandma, like memorial tattoos. But even those, like something is like calling me to remove them.
Oh, okay. So you have the drive to get them removed of your own free volition, basically.
Yeah. I'm just too poor to do it.
I can understand that for sure. Yeah. Somebody going to say something? No. Yeah, I've thought about removing mine a couple of times, but I don't know nearly how much it would cost. So, like you said,
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't. My cousin had it done. I can't remember how much he paid. I was just gonna say that.
Yeah. So it is a possibility, and but like I was mentioning again in the video, there's a woman in the video that has 3 tattoos on her arm. I would say maybe $1,000, $2,000 worth of work, and she's going to spend $4,000 to get it removed.
It is getting cheaper to remove. The technology is becoming cheaper, and it's a growing market. More people are regretting tattoos.
That's exactly it. Go ahead, Ben.
I can tell you kind of the cost for my area for my forearm sleeve. It was about, with the tip for the artist, $1,000, and it took about 8 hours to do.
Mm. And so you did get it removed.
No, I haven't gotten it removed.
Okay.
That's what the initial cost is.
Oh, okay.
Man, you rich.
Yeah, right.
I just money saved up and spent poorly at the time.
Right. Yeah. Alter, I think you were trying to maybe say something. Were you trying to say something? No. But yeah, like I said, I've thought about removing mine. Wickmoto here. Road rash is a fast, effective way to get rid of a tattoo. Don't ask why.
I'm sure the most painful way.
For real. Or this one, pint of whiskey and a potato peeler. Oh.
Don't say that with Mr. Potato here.
Yeah, right.
I do have a tattoo,
Yeah.
and then I have 2 other pieces of body art.
Right on.
But I got a tattoo that I gave myself when I was 10 years old with my brother.
You mean
He
nipple
gave himself
piercing?
no, scarification.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. So you gave yourself a tattoo at 10 years old. How did you go about doing that?
With a neat sewing needle, thread, and India ink.
Oh, skeet.
So you
right.
use thread, huh? That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it holds like the ink a little bit more. My brother was the expert at, I think, 13 years old.
At
so.
13 years old. Expert. Nice. Yeah, I had a professional do it, but it was kind of underground. It was definitely cheaper than it would have been if I had paid for it at his shop, but he was a professionally owned shop owner, so that was good at least.
Yeah, and then in my 20s, I did etching.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Skin etching.
Yeah, I looked into a bunch of different, body arts when it was all the rage. I had my nipples pierced twice. One of the girlfriends I was with at the time had me remove them, and so I had them redone afterwards. The second time around was definitely more painful because of the scar tissue. But that's really all that I had done, and then the tattoos. So, we all go through that phase. So again, I'm not saying that it's not something that, if you go through it, you go through it. But body piercings can be removed. They can be ultimately taken out and not worried about. Tattoos are ultimately a permanent thing that are on your body forever. And again, when we're taking into account
nipple piercing.
Yeah, what's that?
I said I knew I smelled nipple piercing somewhere.
Smell it. Yeah. The when we go into the mental health crisis that we're headlong into, we go into the loneliness epidemic that we're running headlong into. Is it really beneficial for women? And I'm not saying that it's not beneficial for men or beneficial for men, but women look at men and say that's an attraction trigger. Men have the dominance, the masculine roles to basically hold them in regards of respect of sorts. Do you happen to have any tattoos, Alter?
No, I don't.
I didn't really expect you to. Do you have any kind of altercation, like body piercings at all?
No, I don't.
So
I don't really do any of that.
Okay, no worries. And again, respect, because your body's a temple. It deserves to be respected as such, regardless of whether you see it as that or not, right? So when you see a woman, have we ever talked about women with you? Like, what's your attraction level?
I don't think so.
Okay, fair enough. Is it something that you would want to talk about online? I definitely don't want to overstep it.
Yeah, I can talk about it. I don't really mind.
So when you have you seen women that you find attractive with tattoos?
Yeah.
And the tattoos are an attraction trigger for you?
I mean, it depends on what the tattoo is.
Fair. So what would a tattoo that would be an attraction trigger for you be?
That's a good question.
Right.
That's what I was about to ask.
It depends what type of attraction trigger. Like if it's something that's like, really like personal, that might just be like a more romantic attraction trigger, whereas something that kind of just looks nice or looks cool or just like looks, I don't know, sexy is more of just like a basic, like, oh yeah, that's like hot,
Okay. So anything
If
that
she had another man's name like tattooed on her chest,
perfect.
I mean,
Got the
that
word
wouldn't be
juicy on her
attractive.
jawline.
No,
Well,
I don't think that would be attractive on either gender.
What if it's her
I
son's
agree.
name?
I agree.
that's actually a good question, Trey.
I think I would respect it. I don't
But would
really
it
like
attract you?
I don't like word tattoos all that much.
You don't
And
like
like
You don't what?
pretty much like
I didn't hear that.
everything.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. What was that last part, buddy? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I just said I don't really I'm not a big fan of like word tattoos,
Word. Okay. Yeah.
but that's
Okay.
like a preference, but everything that I would say that I like would or would not find attractive on a woman, I would also say the same to men.
So
Do you mean in the way that you're bisexual? Like, is that what you mean? Or
Pretty
like,
much.
pretty much. Okay. So if you see a man with a lot of tattoos, it would be an attraction unattraction trigger. So it
I
would
mean,
turn you off.
it depends on the tattoos,
Okay. So
Same as
again,
for
same as
women.
women. Now, would those
Yeah.
be the same type of tattoos that would be an attraction trigger in both?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I'm definitely like more attracted to femininity in general, whether it is on a woman or a man. I don't really mind.
fair enough.
Fair enough, indeed. Real quick, while we're at a lull, Pumpkinhead, appreciate you joining the chat. Appreciate you being here. And TNT says, I have a tattoo of Allah on my rear end. That's funny. And then Homestead says, I finally caught up. Alter, I don't like writing tattoos either. So she's kind of with you on that one. She was behind. She was about 20 minutes behind, so she's just finally caught up. And I'm agreeing.
Oh, hey.
I do agree. If you're gonna get a tattoo, writing a name, like Trey had mentioned, a name of the child is understandable to a certain extent. I still anecdotally, right? This is just me, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I would have issues with it as well.
right. That's just it. Is if it was somebody within her specific family, because again, I have very close to me. So I lost a sister and her two kids, and that was one of the tattoos that I have is the dedication to them. Right. So that means a ton to me. It's never going to go away. But it wasn't somebody that I would basically never like the name of my ex-girlfriend or something like that. Right. If I were to have a name of an ex-girlfriend, then it would be absolutely, I would expect her to dislike it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I think that's what I was going to say. I think the type of writing matters more than the writing itself.
Right. And so
Yeah.
mine isn't even writing. Mine is symbolic, right? It has a lot of symbols that I created and reference to it. So even if it's like looked upon, it's not like it's like writing where you just, it's like a poem. You know what I mean? I've seen that. And where it's like, oh, that's cute. It's like, what's the point? Like you could have made it artistic. And that's the point of a tattoo, I thought, was the art behind it. Expressing.
And wouldn't that kind of bring it to this point where like if females, for instance, have these tattoos, like that would mean that they've not only gone through these things, but they're trying to like commemorate them, which, like would be a turnoff to most men.
Yeah.
Like in a way where, because I mean,
Why do you keep
regardless,
wanting to live in this pain?
Exactly.
Yeah, like men and women are different, like, and I'm not trying to justify one having tattoos versus the other having tattoos because, I mean, even though I do have tattoos, I mean, I don't think we should. Like,
Right. Well, and that's kind of what I'm getting into, like at my older age. And again, my grandpa, I have tattoos and they get all sloppy and old and wrinkly and it's gross. And I just didn't really think anything of it at the time. And I thought they were cool. I got them. And now they've started to wear, they've started to dull. I do have free touch ups, according to the buddy that I had them done through years ago, but it's like getting a hold of the guy, getting down there, all of that good jazz. And then you have to run the risk of things changing, that ink being completely new and having completely new reactions to it. And that's for something that I care a deep amount about. Right now, let's take into account these dream catchers and butterflies and uh, flowers, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on about the same old that women get on their bodies just because so and so got it and it was cute and she wanted it too, right? But again, like I think it was JJ was saying, that's our that's temple that was given to us by God. Why would we want to mark it up at all? And as I get older, I start to realize that I was when I heard that as a kid, because I was really religious, I heard that as a kid and I was just like, nah, whatever. And now it's like, yeah, I can see it. I can understand it. And so I'm trying to raise awareness for it, both ends, both men and women. But again, it's different. And we have to understand that there are double standards in life. Women have double standards on men. And it's time that women start to understand that men have double standards on them as well, so that we can start to understand where both of us are coming from.
And it's okay to have standards.
Bingo. It's okay to have standards.
Preferences.
It's okay to have preferences. It's okay to be who you are, but strive for something better. But not put something into your body that makes you quote unquote better. Sorry, what was that having? I called you chaos.
I was just saying, I agree with that. And like me, at 33, I'm, like raised without a father and never really had these things taught to me.
Fair.
You mean you're a normal kid?
Right. In this day and age,
unfortunately, yeah. Like really, unfortunately, because I mean, fatherlessness is like a huge issue. I mean, like I wish I would have had, a father to tell me these things growing up.
Right.
I mean, at least maybe I would have been able to rebel.
Right.
I'll do you one better. I had my dad growing up, and he didn't tell me any of these things.
Well, and that's kind of why I'm here. I know I'm a potato. I know I'm nothing. I know I'm not necessarily the most masculine person on the internet, but I'm here to show that even people that don't feel like they're masculine can rise up and start to speak out, start to show that we're tired of this. We're tired of being walked all over. We want a change in everything, right? And we got to start pushing back. Exactly. Let's go, right?
What Potato looks for?
What's that, buddy?
His preference is eyes.
Eyes, exactly. I just want people opening their eyes to the world around them, and that's exactly it. Again, it's not that I have a problem with tattoos in whole. It's for one, I'm trying to spark some controversy, right? I got to get out there somehow, but I've got to take the stances that I want to take. I don't want to be out there saying that I'm taking some left hand stance so that I can go viral for the wrong reasons. If I'm going to go viral, I want to be going viral because that's how I feel about things. And I do have
Yeah,
a strong feeling about tattoos on women. I do. What was that?
You ain't trying to go Sneeko or Nick Fuentes style.
Correct.
Tato, that's okay to have those preferences. Some women feel that way too. Not all of them. And my sister was one. She hated tattoos, and then as soon as her husband died, she got a tattoo.
Oh, well, I was
And
about
my
to ask
dad did
if
the
she was
same thing.
married.
Yep, my dad did the same thing. He didn't like tattoos, and my mom died, and he got a tattoo.
Yep. And again, I mean, I understand where they're coming from, but you know, there's so many things that could be said against tattoos that, you know, it's hard to express all of the things. And again, I'm not saying that women have a problem with it or don't have a problem with it in men. And there's always the outliers, right? There's always going to be those few that say that they don't or they don't, but there's the whole or the majority, I shouldn't say the whole ever, the majority that think one way, and then there's the outliers that think another way. When majority of men look at women, there's going to be an attraction issue with tattoos for one reason or another, where when women look at men, it's quite the opposite.
Okay, so I have kind of like a caveat here.
Okay.
So I'm 42. I don't know how old you guys are. On one gentleman said 33. So kind of, sort of, you might remember this also. But when I was growing up in the 80s and early 90s, and this goes true basically since they become popular in Western culture. It used to mean that you were either a biker or you had been in prison. I mean, that's how it was looked at growing up. I don't know if that's for you guys, but here in the Midwest and Michigan, that's how it was looked at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, that's how I seen it. Like, because I was born in '92.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I figured
Like,
you're like right there.
Even then, yeah, even then, growing up, like,
Bikers and military guys.
you know, that's how I seen it. Do
Right,
what?
military.
Maybe
I didn't hear that.
I said military. He said military tattoos. That's a good one.
Yeah, most of my ink was done for military reasons.
Right.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah. So I was.
Would you say that's kind of like a brand?
What was that?
Kind of.
Like, you know, I was just asking if that, like, you would view that as kind of like a brand, you know, like more than a tattoo.
Yeah,
Not
a little bit.
really, because it wasn't like, it's not military specific, but all the guys in my squadron kind of got the same tattoo.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Right on. Okay. Yeah. No, I get that.
It's fair. Yeah. So JJ, I was raised around that era too. I'm 40. And so I understand exactly what you're saying. That's probably where I'm getting my view of them from. So our young friend Alter here is 22, I believe you said, right, Alter?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a little bit of a different generation, and that's actually, I really appreciate you being here, Alter, because we're looking for that younger generation to talk to and to understand where you're coming from. What do you got, Trey? Do you got something?
Yes, I was just going to input because somebody said in the 90s, I also grew up in the 90s, and the tattoos were also viewed the same way. You were either in jail or you were a biker.
Yeah.
Something like that. But one other thing also got super popular in the 90s, another prison culture item, and that's sagging of the pants.
Yeah.
And tattoos.
That's funny that you mentioned that.
No, it's dresses.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of because I think tattoos are a very like expressionate art form, like, and because of that, I feel like the culture around them can be like pretty much like whatever, and I think it's gonna change a lot over time. And even now, like, obviously, I don't like have as much of a problem with tattoos as like the older generations do, right? And I think it's gonna move in a direction where it's going to be more normalized between genders, and it'll probably also just be more normalized in general, which again has some like downsides and upsides, right?
Did you
Which I
mean
agree
sex
with.
or gender?
Gender.
So
Although in this
personality?
context, it doesn't really
Yeah,
matter
that
either
would be
way.
personality at that point.
Right.
Kinda.
So, Nature of Man 68 says, I never had tats, but dated a few women with sleeves. At the time, I thought nothing of it until it came to a real revelation that what they meant for a woman to have them on her body. And he goes on to say, in the 90s, women had a few tats and looked cute, but nowadays it's heavy ink and piercings, and it's gross. But it's just me, of course. No, it's not just you, buddy. It's more people than you might think it is, honestly. And they might not even say it. That's the thing. Is again, I'm taking a stance where other people may not be willing to. I might be hated. I might never find a woman ever again because I don't like women with tattoos, and everybody seems to have tattoos and piercings nowadays.
I get where you're going with the RFID thing, though. I mean, the body modification, type stuff like that is where it's leading to. You're 100% right.
And if you take a look in the chat notes that I just put in, this is a company that specifically sells RFID chips that you can put LEDs and your credit card information into. And it's meant to go under your skin.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Side chat there.
Yep.
Can I
CBDC
turn my
coming soon.
flash on?
What was that?
Can you turn your flash on in Discord?
Don't know on that one for sure.
Well, yeah, don't let me get y'all just
You're good.
Sidetracked with that one.
But yeah, that's the thing is every time we're okay with a little bit more of body modification that isn't natural, it grows further and further closer to that RFID chip, that regulation of whatever, right? There's multiple things that you can take now as pill form, and they'll keep track of your biorhythm, your whether you've taken other medications, whether your body is working properly. This is technology that is in existence right now that is actually being utilized in the pharmaceutical industry. So what else are they going to be starting to push? And every time that we go, oh, that's cool, that's something I want to do, and we get behind it, they go, well, we got that pushed a little bit further and a little bit closer to being a real reality, right?
Full on cyborgs in the future, man.
Exactly.
It's going to be a combination of robotics and biology.
Yeah.
You think they don't know what to do with you after you're dead?
Right.
Think again.
Exactly. Looks like we've
You're
got
going in an exoskeleton, man.
Well, and that's just it, is the transhumanism. They're trying to live forever, basically. It looks like we have a
And
newcomer
you'll be
in our
dead and
chat.
still voting Democrat.
Yeah,
Seriously,
exactly.
though, who wants to be on this earth forever, though, man? This world's so messed up, man.
That's
Sorry, I'm a
the thing.
Christian, y'all. Christian, man. Sorry.
That's the thing is
Your body would still be working.
Right. I do love my life. I mean, I don't know if I love life. I mean, but I love my life. And I don't know if I would want to live forever. I mean, there's definitely things that I'm ready to move on to being bigger and better, I guess. I don't know. Looks like I had a Vic grade. That is amazing. Thank you very much, Vic. I was hoping. I didn't know if that would actually happen. It says, don't call it art, said Vic grade incoming. Appreciate that. Looks like How Long Nate is here. Appreciate you being here, buddy. Let's see. Anybody else new? Looks like that's it so far. If Again, thank you very much. And if you can't hear me, I apologize. I need to get that filters fixed. All right. So I think that's everybody to call out, and we can go ahead and go back to the conversation at hand. No?
I think the idea with like technology becoming more and more a part of us is very interesting. And it's not just like things that we put in our bodies, right? It's also things that we consume, like sitting in front of screens, and being exposed to like algorithms and stuff like that.
Right.
Like that alone, I think might be even more impactful on us than just like like putting ink into your skin,
Sure.
even though it's not directly like modifying you physically.
Right.
And I think it's very, very difficult for me to not focus in this aspect on like capitalism, right? Because do you guys know what Cyberpunk 2077 is?
I want to say I've heard of it.
Video game, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a video game.
Okay.
Love that game.
Yeah, I really like that game. But it's set in like this future, like very, very hyper capitalist society where body modifications are like completely normal. And I think it's very important that we like address this, right? Because the thing that concerns me isn't that technology is getting better and stuff like that, because that's kind of inevitable. But it's who that technology is going to benefit that is very important.
That's actually a very good point.
That's why I would argue it's not. You said capitalist. I would argue that's not what it is. It's more of like futurist, or more so like globalists in a way where like they're all trampling on the little guy, globally with the Arasaka and Militech, and all of them, like it's no longer about just making a profit. It's more so about superiority.
Yeah.
Over
I mean,
everything,
think-
and like controlling,
Mhm.
Like people.
Yeah. What was that part
Yeah.
of the? This is the beginning of the game where they have to call for a ambulance or something like that, and they had to use credits, and she didn't have some or something like that. It was really wild how that ambulance scene. Is that
Yeah.
game?
I think that was
Yep.
that was depicted in like the show based on it. But yeah, there is
But no,
there's
he's talking about Sandra Dorset.
Yeah,
Again,
at the beginning of the game. Yeah.
yeah, it's literally when you and Jackie, V and Jackie go in, in the first tutorial part,
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
to take down everybody, and then you've got to save Sandra Dorset. Again, like
Mhm.
I love the game.
And she's got the platinum plan, so she gets free healthcare.
Nice.
Well, the free healthcare that she paid for.
Right.
They're lickety split.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same thing with like free health care. There's never gonna be free health care.
Right. Well, and that's just it, is everything has to be paid somehow. So if it's free, then where is the money coming from to pay for it in the first place?
Absolutely.
If you're not paying your doctors, you are now enslaving them.
Exactly.
If you just if everyone just for like a year just quit going to the doctors, all the prices would drop.
That's probably true.
It would drop massively.
You don't have to go to the doctor all the time.
Right.
Every time you get a cough, you don't have to go to the doctor.
Yeah, I
I go to the
rarely
doctor since I cut my finger off.
was like
That's it.
2.5.
Yeah, I rarely go to the doctor. Probably less than I probably should, but that's most men, right? I mean, men, we have to be on our deathbeds before we go to the doctor practically. And that's part of what women, complain about is, we are under, we're on all of the mental psychotic medication because we actually go and you don't, and this and that and the other. And it's like, well, you don't always have to be there. And
We only have burn scars because we dive face first into the fire.
yeah, exactly. So, I mean, we live different lives, but that's the thing is we're different people. And that's why we need to be able to be allowed to be different people, where the double standards need to start playing back out again, where women used to not have to go to work. Oh, he couldn't go to work. No, you didn't have to go to work. You got to stay home and be with the kids and take care of the home. Yeah, there was the outliers, the misogynists, if you want to call them that. I don't know if I would call them that, but the people that were kind of more ignorant about their living style and with their wives. But when it really boiled down to it, the men are the ones who had to have the debt. The men are the ones who had to have the black lung from the coal mines. The women didn't. The women got to stay home. They got to be privileged in raising the kids and things like that. And this idea that we're pushing for transhumanism through essentially tattoos, because that's what we're talking about right now. Everything is pushing for transhumanism, essentially. But like I said, every time we push for that betterment of, well, I can be better with tattoos, I can be better with this RFID chip, I can be better with that androgynous arm or leg system or whatever to make me more powerful. That's the next step, right?
Yeah, I think it will be government sponsored, kind of like what they're doing in Japan.
Yeah.
But it's pretty important. We don't want to become the Borg.
And that's just it.
Star Trek.
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
Assimilate, just like they try to do with Jake.
Right.
The other link I put in the chat is the swallowable diagnostic camera tool from the Mayo Clinic.
Hey, again, I'm new to. Oh wait, never mind. I found it. I was gonna say I'm new to this Discord stuff, but I found it.
Oh, the side chat.
Yeah.
You want to check that?
Yeah, I just put a a lady. She's a Christian lady, but she read an essay from Schopenhauer from 1865 about female nature. It was pretty interesting. Listen to what she said because she agreed with most of it. So it's a good video to watch if you guys are interested in like what the 1860s. You know what I mean? What some of the minds thought back then. You know, important minds, if you will.
Yeah. If you have a link, definitely put it in the Discord or something, and I'll definitely check it out.
It's up there.
But yeah, that side chat link that you posted is exactly what I'm talking about. That capsule that they can have you take, and then it gives them the diagnostics of your like screens for polyps, look at the esophagus, diagnose celiac disease, diagnose cancer, and all of this is done by a little capsule that you take like a pill, right? And all of this is done through a camera that takes thousands of pictures that are sent to a recorded worn on a belt around the waist. And if they can do that now,
do what?
Right, exactly. That is wild. The ability that they have as of now, and that's what we know of. So what does the military have capabilities of that they're not telling us? And what's going to be pushed in the next couple of years or so that we don't know of?
Like,
have you ever seen Return of the Living Dead Part 3?
I'm not sure.
Like, I'm not familiar with Living Dead Part 3, but I am familiar with the show Future Weapons. Like 2009, 2010, they were talking about the U.S. government having direct energy weapons then. And like, what nobody, people were trying to deny literally up until now with this Venezuela stuff.
Yeah, they used
that direct energy weapons even existed. And I was like, I was skipping school at like 13 or, and literally saw a Discovery Channel show about these things.
Right. exactly. It's crazy how much they have capability of doing that we don't realize until it's brought to our attention through the Discovery Center or whatever, and not everybody's actually paying attention to it, right? But Homestead, just kind of a side note, I love being a housewife. It's so nice to lay down and take a nap, and when you have a headache, wake up and clean the house listening to Tater Radio. If you're not part of the Discord, join the Discord. We're doing something kind of new with my Discord. We're having so I do AI music, and so does our own Mr. B. We do. He's been starting to do a Tater Radio on the VCs, the voice channels, and we've been kind of cycling through our AI music, just kind of so you can kind of listen and do your homework or do your housework or anything like that. Just kind of leave yourself on mute. Just listen. And then we have our voice channels that you can go and visit with people too. So if you're not part of the Discord, join the Discord. It's a bunch of fun. There's a bunch of really good people there. TNT, I've crushed both thumbs. Getting away from the mic here. I've crushed both thumbs in a 100-ton press. Holy crap. Broke every bone across my foot when a crane dropped 3/4 ton or 3/4 inch plate and cut off 1/3 of my toe or my thumb at work to care for my family. Should have been an accountant. Yeah, right. That is wild, man. I'm a construction worker, so I feel you. Go ahead. Havoc, what do you got?
I don't know. I was just that's unfortunate.
Seriously, dude. Like both thumbs in a 100-ton press. Yeah. That's wild. I haven't broke any bones like that to a certain extent. I've dislocated a finger and chipped a bone, but I've been very, very blessed with the lack of damage that I've done to myself in the years.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, seriously. Because I own a business.
I bet the joke, your old thumbs doesn't work on them.
Yeah, right. That's funny.
Your 1/3 thumbs.
Seriously. But yeah, if you guys have anything else, I think we're getting close to the point where I usually wrap up my stream.
That gentleman will never give anybody the finger properly.
He'll never give the thumb up properly ever again, I guess. That sucks.
Well, wait, before you wrap
just became
up,
more difficult.
Right. No, you're good to have it. Go ahead.
Can I ask? Like y'all, you guys are all familiar with McGraw Hill, right?
Vaguely. I'm a potato, so bear with me.
Well, it's like the school textbooks, throughout all of, middle school and high school and stuff.
They produce and distribute all the textbooks for the schools.
Yeah, big Texas conglomerate, I think, called McGraw Hill.
Yeah. Ghislaine Maxwell's father was 50-50 partners with the owner of that.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
things that make you go,
I mean, if that's something y'all are interested in,
It's something to check out, but just because her grandfather owned part of it, doesn't.
Her father.
So, any information you have on this subject, I would put in submit topic suggestions under Submit to Tater Nation in the Discord.
Yeah, and I'll definitely do some digging and cover it on one of my streams or something like that. What was that, buddy?
You said put it where?
In the channel
section. On the left, in the channels on Discord, there's one that says submit topic suggestions.
I'm on my phone, so does that make a difference?
Probably.
Give me 1 second. I'll get on mine and I'll tell you how to do it.
While you guys are doing that, see, it looks like Barn Diesel says, I've probably done more to myself in regards to injury, but don't go to the doctors to see. I was always told the doctors only give bad news, so if you don't want any, just don't go. I'm kind of with you there. I've injured both my knees multiple times and haven't really gone to the doctor because I can't afford it. And what it is, what it is.
I got something to add there, especially with that.
What do you got?
So when you go and you get your doctorate, you go to school for what was it, like 50 years or something, something stupid. And then when you get out of school, you start practicing. So yeah,
All
don't go
right.
to the doctor.
Right.
Havoc, I'm on my phone now. I can show you how to do it. If you go up to the
All right.
top left-hand corner, there's a little arrow. Hit that, and that'll open you up into the entire Discord.
Oh,
How do I get out of this little blocky thing we're at, where I see everybody's?
Yeah, that's how you get back into the voice channel.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Okay, so now if you scroll up, there's a section that says "Submit to Tater Nation."
TNT says the thumbs were the worst. He heard them explode and they looked like microwave hot dogs. Dude, that's gross, bro. Why'd you even share that? Why did I even share that? What was I even thinking? You know, potato, gotta get those hot dogs involved, I guess, right? Sorry.
Right. You see the section there, bud?
What, submit to Tater Nation?
Yeah, there's submit topic suggestions. And if you just drop it in there, I'll definitely look into it. I've got a few things that I'm going to cover this week, but I'll look into it for sure.
There was one thing I want. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I just wanted to say I did have a picture of my post scarification if anyone wants to see it.
Sure. I mean, if you want to drop it somewhere, we'll take a look at it.
Reprehensively.
Right.
Yeah, I just wanted to add one quick thing. So when somebody has a private jet and they fly into a different country, they don't have to go through the TSA or whatever that whole entire process is. They can just get picked up. They ain't even got to show their passport or anything. So when these billionaires and that are out doing these crazy things, drinking blood or whatever kind of crazy crap they say they do, you got to understand that they live in a completely different world than we do. So you know what I'm saying? When you have money, man, you're not that. You know, you get an advancement of power that, you know, regular people like us just have no access to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It just weirds me out that Epstein's mistress's dad was 50-50 partners, you know, with the people who like controlled the textbooks that taught America.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll want to be careful of TOS. I'm not sure exactly what all is involved with TOS, but I had somebody comment that in the comment section, which is probably true. And I definitely don't disagree with you. It is an odd thing, but it's kind of like Trey was getting at. It's really hard to say what was tied to what in reality. And so we'll have to be careful with that. But if you want, like I said, definitely drop it. Yeah, definitely drop it, and I'll take a look at it and then do a deep dive into it and see what we can figure out.
I think I touched on that a little bit last night.
Did you?
I think we were talking about Epstein, but just like normal cases in your local city, they get like thousands of false leads. Just imagine like a nationwide huge case.
Correct.
They get millions and millions of false leads.
Yeah.
And that's why there's so many Epstein files, and they've taken every single lead.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is straight. Like you could look that up at, you know, Google right now. But I mean, I'm putting it in there right now.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely drop it in. I'm definitely not dismissing it by any means. I don't know what they're going to have an issue with us talking about on live stream is all. And so I just want to make sure
I definitely don't want to mess your TOS up.
Yeah, I appreciate that for sure. But other than that, like I said, was there anything else on the tattoos? I don't necessarily get too far into the things.
I would say it's just all up to preference, man.
Oh, yeah.
There's conservative women that don't like tattoos. Conservatism is actually on the rise, so probably in the next 10 years there'll be less tattoos.
It's fair.
It's all about personal standards, and you're allowed to have your personal standards.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's true, right? But like I'd mentioned at the beginning, the growing drive to get them and get covered in them. Like I'd mentioned, the two women that I know personally that were very, very fine looking women until they got covered in tattoos. and they are only that the only thing that they can point to as why they wanted to do it was they wanted to get onto this cover of this magazine. Once you get onto the cover of the magazine, what then? Is there a career for tattooed women other than the modeling career, in which case, if most men don't like the tattoos, how would that be a beneficial thing? Right.
I mean, it could just be a niche.
Yeah, they just get a paycheck.
Right. That's what I'm saying is once that niche is over, who's looking out for their mentality, their mental state, right? We're sitting here going, oh, it's fine. And then they continue to push it. And now they're
Yeah, it could
old
be
spinsters.
Yeah, it could be like undiagnosed like body dysphoria.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, the
It's
only
like,
thing
I'm
you
gonna-
can really do about that is, educate people on what it really means to get a tattoo and stuff, and just hope they make the right decision for themselves.
Yeah. Yep. And
They
like
should teach tattoo theory in grade school.
right. Well, that's not a bad idea actually. Probably just raise awareness for how to get a tattoo, kind of like Dare. Like at one of the other live streams that I talked about, I didn't know how to get hold of drugs until it was Dare, and then it was, keep us off of them, and it'll tell you how to do them. So maybe it's not a good idea to have awareness raising of tattoos when you're young, but again, I definitely don't disagree with you, Alter. It's a preference thing, but that's kind of what I'm here for, is to speak out against it, to get your point of view, to get everybody's point of view, these open panels discussions, right? Where we're trying for more cool, common, collected discussions. I appreciate you coming, buddy.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Anytime. Like
Tater,
seriously.
I got a question for you.
Yeah, what do you got?
I'm gonna reverse Uno card this shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh hell.
So, would you mind a woman that has dyed hair?
Dyed hair. So it's funny that you actually say that, because I used to love, well, I still love that dyed hair, blue, pink, doesn't matter what it is. I love it. But it's become very toxic, right? And so now I look at a woman with dyed hair and I immediately go, oh shit, what am I gonna do?
Oh snap.
Yeah, right. Do I try, or do I just avoid it like the plague, right? And I still do.
You're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
This lady's gonna stab someone in the neck.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's still that mentality behind it. So unfortunately, as much as I do like dyed hair, it has become a stigma. So just like tattoos.
Is it the same stigma as tattoos?
Um,
Same level. Tattoos, hair?
Good question. I would say
'Cause hair is part of the temple.
right. I would say it isn't quite as much as a red flag per se, as tattoos, because again, it's something that could be changed, right? You don't have to have dyed hair for the rest of your life, or you don't have to spend gobs and gobs of money to get it changed. But that's a good question. Like I said, I used to love the hell out of it. And in the recent years, I do look at a woman with pink hair and I'm just like, do I try or not?
Yeah,
So
you can actually get
Is it
paid to
more-
get
is
your
it-
tattoos removed.
Oh, can you?
Is it a more red flag to have a natural hair color that you dye it to than an unnatural hair color?
Yes.
Like
Actually, good
a
question.
brunette that goes blonde, or a blonde that goes brunette, versus
Oh.
someone that goes pink or blue.
Yeah, I would personally say, like, if you go from blonde to brunette, like, that's far less of a red flag than going from, blonde to purple.
Okay. So, I can see where you're coming from, but on the opposite side of that, if they're trying to go something completely out of the realm of reality, thus purple or blue or something like that, then it's not so much they're trying to change themselves as much as just having fun with it.
I view it in a way that they're trying to gain a false sense of control in
Okay.
a way that, like tattoos.
Okay.
You know, like you lose somebody, and like for instance, my brother, I lost my brother, got a tattoo because I was, you know, trying to have a false sense of holding on to him physically.
Okay. Anybody else on that?
Yeah, I just wanted to add that so some women get tattoo because they're what usually constantly seeking validation.
Repeat that. Sorry.
Oh, they might get the tattoos to seek validation for their choices.
Yeah.
So they're
Yeah.
not looking for your validation. They're looking for someone that shares their same common whatever hobby of tattooing. I don't know what it is.
Sure. I get what you're saying. But that's just it. Is it's a publicly viewed, publicly posted sign, right? Warning, cry for help. You know, this is who I am. Are you like me? I mean, there's a bunch of different things that, you know, a tattoo could represent, basically. But the way I kind of, this is just a speculation, right? But if they're dyeing their hair to a different color that is reality, they're trying to change themselves rather than just express themselves almost. And I'm not saying that that's how it is. It's just, again, plain devil's advocate, if you will. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean that's that. Oh, go ahead, Alter. My bad.
I was thinking the same. Like, I think the line between like changing yourself and just expressing yourself is like a kind of like a very blurry thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can see that for sure.
Yeah.
Like you, in a way that you're trying to express in a way to like feign some form of control.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think it depends a lot on like the culture, and I think, you know, the ways that we have expressed ourselves and the ways that we have deemed it acceptable to do so has like changed a lot over time. Because like we express ourselves through, you know, many things like hairstyles, you know, clothing choices, and all of those things have like evolved through time in like what is like appropriate for a person to present themselves as. So I think it's like a constantly evolving thing anyways.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Anything else on that? Okay. I don't necessarily want to keep us for all night per se. I enjoy our talks. Again, I will continue to hold these, and anybody that's been on the panels so far, I have had no problem with you. You're all welcome to be back anytime. Again, I don't necessarily want to keep anybody on their evening. Cool, Vic. Hey, thank you very much for commenting. I appreciate the raid. I believe you raided me earlier, and I really appreciate you being supportive of me, man. Other than that, like I said, I really appreciate people being here. Alter, again, you're always welcome to come back. Was there anybody want to shout anything else? I know Trey, you've got your own channel. Go ahead and shout that out, and then I'll let anybody else shout out real quick.
Oh yeah, you can find me on YouTube, TRE_SELOR, and I make original animations and video game content and original videos too.
Perfect. Appreciate it. Alter, do you have anything that you would like to shout out, buddy?
I think I'm okay.
Okay. No worries. You're always
You're
welcome.
working on a video game, Alter?
You're working on a video
maybe.
game? Oh, shout it out, buddy. You got to shout it out. If you want to. If you don't.
Fine. It's called Red Entropy. It's on Steam. But the screenshots on there are very outdated, so don't. I'll update it when I have more details.
You said Red Entropy?
Yes, Red Entropy. It's a horror game.
Oh.
Interesting. That is what is the game about? Did I miss that?
It's kind of like Alien.
Oh, okay.
That kind of thing.
Sweet. Yeah, if you're into games, it sounds pretty interesting. you're into games, check that shit out for sure. Havoc, you got anything to shout out, buddy?
No, I have more questions. Honestly, is like Trey, is your stuff linked in here
Perfect.
so I could check it out?
I
Yours,
could post it really quick.
Yeah, if you
yeah,
want
yours as
to,
well, Walter.
if you want to post anything in the video promo, go ahead and feel free. And if you have a Discord, let me know and I'll post it in the companion planting, because that's where the Discords will go. And then in your Discord, obviously you can post whatever you want to, but feel free to post anything in the video promo in my Discord so that you can share what you have so that people can find you.
I mean, other than that, like, I mean, I'd like to figure out, how to do this YouTube stuff.
Well, yeah,
Um,
if you want to find out, that's what I'm here for, is trying to help people get started, get out there speaking the truth and doing what they need to do to help. So, I'll help you if you want me to, for sure.
Shoot any questions in the Discord.
Yeah, we're always
I
here
know.
for anybody out there, anybody that wants to get started doing stuff. Obviously, not everybody can do it. What I'm doing, it takes guts. I'm not telling you to do it. If you're wanting to, though, I'm trying to help people get out there because the First Amendment is important to me, along with all of our amendments. So if you want help, please let me know. Before I let you shout your stuff out, I'm getting yelled at in the chat. So give me just a second here. So cool, Vic. I appreciate you trying to raid. I see that I need to change my settings. And Homestead, thank you very much for making sure I see that. I will get on that, and so that I can get raids. Again, cool, Vic, thank you very much for trying. I can't express how much I appreciate that. So yeah, I will get on that, Homestead, I promise. All right, so B, go ahead and shout your stuff. Sorry, real quick, Havoc, were you done?
Oh yeah, no,
Okay.
I mean, that was pretty much it.
Cool. Like I said, I just want to make sure everybody's got their piece before I just like dip out or something like that. And then B, go ahead and shout your channel out and let them know where to find
If
you.
you're into AI tunes, I've got my King Crambler's AI Jambles. That is basically anything from any genre or musical appeals. And if you're into the Psalms of the Bible being redone in an a cappella format, I have AI Psalms for the Everyday Man.
Yep. I highly recommend both of those channels. Check out Trey for sure. Check out the game from Alter. And as always, if you are interested in my live streams, I have AI music on my Discord from myself as well. And as always, please join the Discord. We'll love to have you there. And as for the rest of you guys, you have yourselves a wonderful evening. And I'll go ahead and get on with my sign off. And you have yourselves a great night. Okay.
Thanks, Tater.
Thank you.
Later, Tater.
Thank you.
Later, guys.
Later, Tater.
Thanks again.
Okay.
All right. So let me get into this. And again, very much appreciate everything that everybody's here with me for. I cannot express how much I appreciate the support that I've gotten, even with the people that go on live at the same time that I do. I'm trying my best to not step on toes. I'm trying my best to do this the right way. So I'm always open for suggestions, for feedback. As always, leave suggestions, leave comments. If there's anything that I can be doing better, I'm always up for it. As always, please take care of yourselves out there inside of the United States. Remember those Second Amendment rights. Your response time will always be faster than that of the police. I want to keep you around because you're all very important to me and to Tater Nation. Outside of the United States, take care of yourselves the best way that you know how. You're all very important to me as well. And your rights are disappearing like they're going out of style. And as always, your friendly neighborhood potato signing off.
Dribble in the dark, stars won't tell. Nibble at the edges of a wishing well. Quibble with the shadows, they know too much. Spindle spins the night with a velvet touch. Electric air, it shivers, it hums. Counting the beats of 1,000 drums, 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 drums. Dribble, dribble, can't stand still. Kindle the fire, chase the thrill. Spindle spins, the clock runs thin. Dribble, dribble, let the game begin. Flicker of a light, the neon's cold. Trickle of a thought, the truth unfolds. Riddle in the rhythm, it's all pretend. Tick tock, baby, the line won't bend. Voltage rises, sparks collide. Pulse in the heart, nowhere to hide. Dribble, dribble, can't stand still. Kindle the fire, chase the thrill. Spindle spins, the clock runs thin. Dribble, dribble, let the game begin.